Hi there, these comments are for KU, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for your TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. Now, you just made some comments. You sent me an email, and you say, "Hello, Mr. Michael. My name is KU. I'm a graduate student at the university. I had my first degree in pharmacy and seeking to take the U.S. board exams. I'm also required to take the TOEFL exams." And you want to say here, "and this is where I need your help. I need to score 26 in speaking, 22 in reading, 21 in listening, and 24 in writing. Have not taken the exams before and can really evaluate myself, but I want to get it done and move on. First question is, do you have a means to evaluate and see where I might need help?" Yes, I do. In fact, it's probably a good idea for you. I do have full-length IBT practice tests. It's probably a good idea for you to take that practice test immediately. It takes about 4.5 hours. It will give you feedback on the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections. You will complete 6 speaking tasks and 2 writing tasks, and you'll get a score. So I think that's probably what you want to do right now. And let me kind of show you how my course is set up here. So I'm going over right now, and let me show you the whole course before I get to the last part, which is my full-length IBT practice test. Every one of my sections, KU, there's practice tests, quizzes, and so on, and there's lessons in every area. So step 1 is my vocabulary section. You can see it right here. Step 2 is the pronunciation area. I do have 2 specific pre-tests to help you diagnose your problems with pronunciation. Grammar, I have a pre-test here in the beginning. The grammar diagnostic pre-test here, it'll tell you which of these lessons that you're not familiar with or which grammar areas you're not familiar with. So that will help evaluate that. In the listening area, to help you evaluate your listening comprehension, I have 40 listening practice tests to help you. In the reading area, the main thing, I don't have a lot of TOEFL level reading practice tests. You can get those pretty much in any TOEFL book, which most of my students already have. But what I do have, which most students do not have, is I have speed reading, academic speed reading practice tests to improve your speeding read from 100 to 350 words per minute right there. Now, these are all academic reading passages. Think about the consequences or the implications of being able to improve your reading speed. If you can improve your reading speed, you will have better concentration, better comprehension, not to mention all the time you're going to save by being able to read at a faster rate. To help you evaluate your writing areas, I have independent and integrated writing lessons, and here I have over 40 independent writing practice tests. You're looking at them right now. And then after you go through the integrated writing lessons, I have 43 integrated writing practice tests. So I really hit the speaking, the pronunciation, speaking, and writing parts of my course are the most robust, because a lot of students, let's face it, you can study vocabulary on your own. You can study grammar on your own. You can study reading and listening on your own, but you can't get the feedback you need in the pronunciation, writing, and the speaking area. So that's why I made those areas a little bit bigger and more important to my online course. So I wanted to offer a product that would be valuable to those students who want to take my course. Now in step 7, of course, you have independent and integrated speaking lessons, and then you have a series of independent and integrated speaking practice tests that you will complete. I'm looking at all of my integrated speaking here. Now, a lot of people practice a lot of independent speaking, and I have additional topics up to 300 where you click there. If you click on that link, then you can see pretty much 300 different topics, and you can complete these at my Voxy Pop discussion group. And what that means is, KU, is you'll take one of my questions, prepare a response, you record it online for me, and then I will give you comments online, right? So then you can get a score. I'll typically give you some suggestions as some things that you can do there. So going back to your question here, so obviously I do have a means to evaluate you, to give you an idea of where you are and what you might need to do to improve. And maybe the one other thing here is at the very end, this is where you can take my full-length IBT and section-specific practice test. This is where you can get, you can measure your progress. So in order to get to this point, and this goes back to your payment, there's two things that you want to do here. Number one is you want to go back to my website and click on the link that says join. And you have to create a PayPal account. You'll either need to put money into the account or you'll link your credit card to the account. Then PayPal will use that to pay me for your subscription. So that's a $38 payment. It's not very much. And that $38 payment, that includes access to all 700 of my vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking lessons. You have complete access to all of that. And when you post your pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests, I will score those at no additional cost to you. It's just a $38 monthly payment. It's called a subscription. And when you no longer need to use my course, you can simply cancel your subscription at your PayPal account. If you're not sure how to do it, send me an email and I will send you specifically the steps that you should follow in order to cancel your payment. Now, if you want to take the full-length IBT practice test, which I think is a good idea for two reasons. Number one, it's a good idea to take the practice test because, first of all, you need to get familiar with the structure of the TOEFL exam. How does it work? For example, you'll start with the reading, you'll move to the listening, then you do the speaking, and finally the writing. So you need to understand a little bit about this test and how it works. So you will get some valuable test-taking experience as you take that full-length IBT practice test. Now, the second benefit of taking a full-length IBT practice test is exactly why you're sending me this email. You need to see where you need help. Specifically, what are the weaknesses that you're having right now? In fact, based on the score that you get. Now, remember that I'm contracting with a company which administers these practice tests on my behalf. So once you complete the test and you get your results, then you're going to go back and report to me and say, hey, Michael, I just took the full-length IBT practice test. Here are my results. So you're going to tell me what your overall score is, and then you're going to tell me what your score is in the reading, listening, speaking, and the writing sections. So I need to know your overall score along with your subtotals. At that point, I can make a recommended study guide that will work best for you. For example, if you already have 22 or 23 points on the reading and you have 22 or 23 on the listening based on the practice test results, but your speaking is 21, your writing is 22, then I will probably recommend my 60-day speaking and writing study guide for you, where you can primarily focus in the speaking and the writing areas of my course. You see how that works? So that's kind of how it works there. So anyway, your first step, I think step one is to join my course, creating your PayPal account, make your payment. Once you've done that, PayPal will send me a message along with the email, your PayPal email. Then I will create a username and a password for you so that you can have access to my course. And then you're going to go to the 8th section of my course, and you're going to complete that full-length IBT practice test, at which point, once you get your results, you report back to me, and then we can work on a study guide and a plan that will fit you the best. Okay, anyway, thank you very much, KU, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.